Ladies and gentlemen of the GOHLS universe, you know what this means. It's time for the return of the Jersey Police for the final time. I am Raab. He is Potty. Potty, what it do?
Yo, doing well, homie. Officer Raab, thank you for coming in to the squad, the precinct today. We have a great assortment of potential culprits and some leaders of the league in their own style and reflection. Let's turn things up with the Berlin Bulls.
Now, I do like these jerseys. A lot of them are going to be pretty basic, pretty generic jerseys. This one is a pretty straightforward home jersey for the Berlin Bulls. You got the black, you got the yellow, you got the gray. It's all there. The striping, you know how I am with that. The striping on the socks doesn't necessarily match the jersey arms. But for the minors, I'll cut them some slack on this one. I do, this one I got my eye on them, but I'll let them walk for now. What do you think, Buddy?
Yo, black and yellow like that Wu-Tang Clan. I'm respecting, Berlin over here. Let's see about their aways.
I like the aways. It's a pretty bright white. Not a huge fan of the socks though, and for that, lock them up.
Sending them to jail.
Lock them up.
Oh.
It's not officially jail though because they are minors, so it's technically juvie, but they're behind bars anyway.
Behind bars. Well, there you go. I would have let him walk, but I am not the officer in the room. I am here purely as the bailiff, here to facilitate the operations of the court.
They're alts. Not a big fan of the grays.
Oh,
Not a big fan. We're going back to back for Berlin. Back to back for the Bulls.
I would have sent
Unfortunate.
I would have sent them too, man. But at least they've got both their aways and their alts to keep them company. It's hard to be locked up inside with, just the only member of your set. They're at least rolling too deep, so, they're going to be able to watch each other's back.
Absolutely. Gang up on the other teams if they need it.
All right, let's move on over to Chicago.
Chicago Potty, this is your hometown. I don't know how I feel about these. I do like the blue and yellow. It's a very vibrant color. Not a big fan of the look of the jersey. Socks don't match either. So unfortunately, as good as it looks, we're gonna send these minors to juvie.
Damn, sending them to juvie.
Damn. Had to be done.
Well, I don't blame you. It just seems a little out there for me. I think that, like if you look at like the size of the black on the socks compared to the very minute trim on the jersey, there's a lot of things out of proportion here, and they should be locked up. So let me pull these bars off them, and let's pull up their aways.
The aways, kind of the same thing for me. Not a huge fan of the jersey and sock combination. So we're gonna lock up. Chicago's full of bad boys. Chick Magnet Punk Phil Brooks is he's one of the bad boys. So can't have them walking free. We're putting them in juvie. Let's take a look at those alts real quick.
All right, pulling up them all. Oh,
what in the highlighter?
You gotta hit on the brakes.
Go join your brethren. Go join your brethren. That's too highlighter. I don't like the sock coloring. I think that the blue and the black should have switched. Personally, I don't like the striping on the jersey. I think it could have worked, but man, I'm not a fan of this highlighter.
Not a fan, and
not a
neither
fan.
am I. Sending them away. Let's go to their upper north.
Got a lot of bad minors.
Detroit, yeah, there we go.
Detroit. All right, so one of the first. I could be wrong, but I think this is one of the first teams to utilize more of a magenta, like a darker pink. Obviously, the Boston War Unicorns used to have a bright pink. Tokyo has some pink in theirs. You guys had some pink. This is like the first dark pink, light purplish. I do like these jerseys, so I'm gonna let these walk. Got my eye on them. They could be a little bit better, but I really do like this combination that Detroit has with again, it's like a magenta, dark pink, and black and white combo. I do like that.
All right. Well, let's see about their away. Oh, those aways look even cleaner.
The aways I like as well. So these guys, yeah, Detroit's home and away. I'm a fan of. So absolutely walking free on that.
Walking free. All right. How about the alts?
Yeah. The alts, I've gone back and forth on the alts, and they're gonna walk free. They are definitely walking free. The striping matches perfectly. I would have liked to see maybe a different logo, but you can't go wrong with the classic Rhino for this team. They're a force to be reckoned with on and off the ice, and man, they're styling to match it.
And they're owning that, magenta color. It's one thing
Yeah.
to use a splash of something, but for them to say, like, fuck it, man, we're gonna go all in. We're doing all in, magenta. Man. Those are hot. Just look at those compared to the homes. You think they could maybe use the magentas as the homes, or what do you think?
I think they could. I do agree with you. I think that would make a very nice home jersey, and then maybe have their alternate be a different black design, but definitely utilize that magenta. That's a really good color for this team. I do like that a lot.
Brilliant move. All right, Montreal Wizards.
The magic.
The
magic. These Wizards, man. Luigi and RIP to the homie Grims, just left the league a couple of weeks ago. I like these jerseys. Not a huge fan of the red pants, but just enough white in the trim to get them walking. They're good to go.
Good to go. I could not put my old Warlocks. They used to be the Warsaw Warlocks, were the original team that used that Wizard logo. Of course, I got to respect that over there.
Same with the whites, man. These aways are pretty crisp. Not a fan if you look that lower side with that gray. I feel maybe take that away and you got a better looking jersey. But yeah, I like these. They're crisp. That's a nice white color. The red the red shades all over. You've got it a little bit on the socks. You got the pants, the shoulders. I like that. Good to go, free boys.
So on the jersey, on that bottom right portion where the left glove is, that's in dark gray.
Yeah.
What if that were in red, and that red line in the middle were white? Or do you think that'd be too much red?
Hard to tell. I think it's worth a shot to see. If somebody wanted to just do a quick, fix it or whatever, that's cool for me. But yeah, I don't know. That would be definitely an interesting thing to look at.
All right, how about the alts?
Sorry, boys.
Send them to jail.
Yeah. It's hard to pull off the multi stripes like that, the barber pull, if you will. They did not. I think part of it is just the color scheme doesn't really match up well.
Looking like a Harry Potter Quidditch jersey.
Damn right. Fly away, fly boys.
Fly away. Already. Pittsburgh on the deck.
I was hoping that the Pittsburgh, that a Pittsburgh team in goals would be black and yellow to stick with, the Steelers and the Penguins and the Pirates. The blue, not a huge fan of these jerseys. So we're gonna send these guys to jail. Juvie, pardon me. Undercover Raab, sending them to juvie.
Yeah, sending them to juvie. I don't know. They can just go to jail. This is what's this?
Tried as an adult.
Pittsburgh, yeah, man. Now, I don't think they were that bad, but Pittsburgh, they're tough over there. They can handle it.
Yeah, they can. Now, okay, all right. So the aways, I know what I just said. I wish it was, a more black and yellow. The little bits of blue throughout, it's fine for me. If the color scheme as a whole changed, that would be great. But this jersey isn't bad to me. Good to go, free to walk.
On my court, baby. No, baby, you can't do black and then a yellow trim and then do a white background. That's just bad design. Can't do a light color next to a dark color next to white. The yellow tends to fade away. You need to change up your scheme. So that one's going to jail. They're being tried as an adult.
I like that the owner of the Maccabees laying down the hammer.
Yeah, laying down the hammer.
Hell yeah. Oh man, another highlighter yellow. This right here is a jersey that buys a gram of oregano for $80. We're sending them to juvie.
Damn, sending them down.
Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah. They'll have some company, but it's all right.
Yeah, they'll be all right. All right, Prague with the yeah, I like that.
I like these, man. I like the orange. You know, there are some color combinations in hockey that don't get used enough, and one of them for me is purple. If you can pull off purple on a hockey team jersey, you know, chances are I love it. We'll get to that later. This one with a black and an orange combo, I do like it. Obviously, it's a tiger, it's a saber tooth. They're orange. This jersey works really well for the team. I love these jerseys. Free to walk.
Free to walk. Hell yeah, man.
Free
I
to walk.
These repping it. This is a sick jersey. I've seen this jersey I'd buy I wouldn't pay a lot of money for it, but I'd pay a decent amount for it, and I'd wear it, especially if it were an authentic and it felt like, you know, pretty comfortable.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. And same with the aways, man. I really like these away jerseys. You know, it's the same thing with the homes. You know, the striping on the arms could have been a little closer to the socks, but it's a nice jersey. It's a nice away jersey. Once again, free to walk on out of here.
Free to walk. All right. Well, we'll let this one through. How about these all? Oh, Tony the Tiger fell into
now that is very orange, and you know I know that I was just dissing a highlighter or highlighter yellow jersey. This one it's enough. It's a lot of orange. Don't get me wrong, but it's enough of a black trim around the bottom with that striping that I like it a lot, and I'm letting these jerseys walk on.
Man, you ain't letting shit, 'cause I'm closing the door. Baby, this
Audie like again, baby.
Tony the Tiger fell into an Andy Warhol painting. There's this like this strange striping. It might be iconic, but it's just not for me. Taking these off the board, sending them down the road.
That's fine.
Now we're bringing. Is this Stockholm?
The Stockholm Stags.
There we go.
You know, not a big fan of as Trunin and the Norfolk Navigators know with me. I'm not a huge fan of certain shades of like a sandy color. I feel Albuquerque pulls it off pretty well. Norfolk has had its ups and downs. Stockholm, you know, this jersey in particular, I'm not a fan. So we're taking them to juvie.
Damn, taking them to jail.
Yeah,
Wait,
just can't do it, man.
Do you hear that? There's like all this big pattering and construction noise, and oh my God, they just escaped out of jail. That's right. These jerseys they cannot stay in. This is the Atlantic Bucks. This was my original minor league Atlantic Bucks. So I'll give you one, but I gotta say this one probably isn't that bad.
All right.
If you want the other ones in jail, you know, I'll give away 1 out of 3.
Okay.
How about this
all right,
one?
This one I go back and forth on whenever I see their games on and they're wearing their aways. Not a fan of the matching, if you will, of the socks and the jersey, the arm sleeve. Not a huge fan of this particular jersey itself. So for that, you know what? We'll take him to court, Potty. I know they're your old team, so you make the final judgment here. What do you say?
Honestly, without it even being an Atlantic Bucks or whatever, the Stockholm Stags logo, I really like this design for everything that is beneath the main logo, and then on the pants is a certain design, kind of like of this, you know, kind of like a gradient going in one direction. It's then taken on the same design with different color pattern on the pants. It's represented on the legs. The only thing that kind of is off to me is right around the elbow. Like, that, like, I don't know, that should be like wider or darker. So honestly, I wouldn't send him to jail, but if you want me to, I totally will.
Yeah, that's what gets me too is the elbow on the jersey itself. And you know what, I get what you're saying about the striping with the bottom of the jersey to the pants to the socks. I'm just not really a big fan of them, so we're gonna lock them up.
Locked up.
Sorry to do it to the old team, but can't do it.
I can only save one. All right. So moving on to their alts.
Man, it's
send them to jail, baby.
yeah, that's yeah. It for me, it's hard for teams to pull off the sandy, like the full sand look. This ain't it, Chief. Can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, I agree there. All righty. Now on to Toronto.
So funny story. I designed Toronto's jerseys. And I based them off of a team that I grew up with here in Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Ice. So personally, all three are going free. But I would like to get your opinion since you probably didn't know that I had designed these. But their home, alternate, and away jerseys were all for me. And again, it's one of those teams where back in back in the 90s with the Indianapolis Ice, they utilized a lot of purple in their designs. And they had the old like LA Kings purple, black, white, silver, that was their color scheme. So that's kind of what I grew up with. And when the pro team, semi-pro team folded, they picked up with a junior team that was the Indiana Ice of the USHL, and they used more of a really bright, like teal white and like almost like an electric blue, white, and like a gray black color scheme. So you'll see that with the alternate. But Potty, what do you think about these Toronto Beast home jerseys?
So I always
Lay
start
it
off,
on me.
I always start off with the logo, and I always like this logo because it's sick. It's ferocious. It's coming at you, but it's also like it doesn't take up a lot of space for it to come across with its message. What I want to do is I want to look at the aways and the alts for casting a decision.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I really like this one. It is it's very simple in its like utilization of a 3 pattern, white, black, white, kind of, and then that color pattern is utilized in the socks. The white is utilized in the trim, the black on the shorts, but it's also complex in the fact of probably those patterns I just mentioned. Just utilization of the black, white, and purple in the logo. I really like these, so obviously I think these are gonna go. Okay, now when it comes to this one, like you're still using the black, and I think it's okay for you to maintain that, but I will say for the logo, it could pop a little more. I think this more like recedes the logo into a shadow.
Okay.
Which I think your logo deserves to pop more, but I don't think it's worth going to jail for. So maybe a citation.
Okay. All right.
And for this one, like, all I'll say is this one's original and I'm letting it free. It's very unique, and I think there is like a story behind that blue, but I do wonder like how well blue and purple mix, or is there like a better way to like chop it up and like mix them together rather than just now inserting a brand new color into what was, basically a black, white, purple, a little bit of red.
Yeah.
Those are my thoughts.
All right. I appreciate that. And I like that. I also, I don't remember when I made, these were some early jerseys. I know I made obviously Jacksonville's first, but this was like season 3 or season 4. I think I made these. So, yeah, these are like the oldest creation that I have for GOHLS.
Okay.
Because I've updated Jacksonville's just a tiny bit over the course of the last 7 seasons or however long it's been.
Well, there you go. We all have our roots.
Hell yeah.
And we do have the farmers, or the, what are they called? Are they the farmers
The
still?
Vienna hens,
The
I
Vienna
believe.
hens.
Yeah. They were the farmers, the chicken shitters, as I call them.
Golden egg.
But yeah, laying the golden egg, laying the hockey puck there. You know, I gotta say, I don't like the green pants, and I don't like the green gloves with it. So for that, throwing them this juvie.
Going to the hall.
Yeah.
Should I keep the bars up for their next one? Because I feel like they probably didn't get it right.
No. Take them down.
Okay.
Take them down. Yeah.
I think they should have done a golden egg. I'm sure you can update that black color to gold. And I would also experiment if you're not going to do like bright gold, like do white. Or I don't know why. Pick like a black egg. And
Hockey puck.
maybe there's symbolism there to like blackness and like being black that I am not a black person, so I don't kind of understand, but I respect. So if I don't want to isolate that as potentially the cause here, but if it's not, maybe a golden egg or a white egg to show, you know, it's an egg that's alive or it's golden.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you. I get
Gotcha.
you.
Right.
I like these, man. These remind me of you know, Minnesota North Stars and what the Minnesota Wild have been doing with their, you know, reverse retro jerseys. I really like these jerseys. These are free to go, 100%.
Absolutely.
Even with the green pants, those aways are walking free. Another highlighter yellow, this time with like almost an army green and then the black. Yeah, not a big fan of these either. But yeah, I don't know if I can let them walk free. I definitely think they're gonna have to have some sort of community service. So let's lock them. We'll put them in juvie. They'll go to court, and likely we'll just have some community service. But not a big fan of these ones.
Yeah, I forget what the term is, but it's like you're being like held in contempt or something. You know, like
Yeah,
you're not going to. I think that's actually wrong. Being held in contempt is where you're like talking after the judge tells you not to talk.
pretty. Yeah. You're being a naughty boy in court.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about though. It's just like you're basically in purgatory. You're in prison purgatory.
Yes. So we did. Did we do Vienna?
Yeah, we just finished.
Okay.
Yeah, the Vienna. So this is the Zurich Hawks. And boy, this is really blue. And this is another instance of, you know, a blue and a purple combination. I feel this could work if, you know, the jersey and the socks matched a little bit better. Not a fan of the blue pants, you know, finishing out that entire outfit. So jail time.
Send him to jail.
Send them. Next culprit.
Next culprit. And I also don't like the fact that they use like here they have the light blue is inside of the logo and then the background is white. And the other one it was like, I don't remember, blue and then the inside was blue. I do like how they utilize some of the features of this, you know, logo here on this one. But I yield to you, good sir. What is of your opinion here?
You know, it is the same jersey and socks as the home jersey. It looks a little bit cleaner to me. I still wish that it would match a little bit better. You know, if the jersey matched the socks a little bit better and had a little bit more of that, you know, light purple color, I think it would be a better jersey. I'm gonna let these guys walk for now. But I do think that this jersey could be better.
Could be better, but good enough to get off today. Alrighty. Oh,
You know, I feel the away should have this look, but just the, you know, inverted white jersey with the purple and blue striping, and it would work. As an alternate, I think this works for the team. I do like, you know, if you go back to the home jersey, the blue pants, it's just a very blue centered jersey, all in all, from the, I mean, from the helmet all the way down. And then you go back to the alternate, it's still got those blue pants, but everything else changes. You've got the purple helmet, you've got the purple gloves. Now it's got a nice spacing of blue and purple, and for that, these alternates, good to go.
Good to go. I gonna end as a generous man and let these walk as well. That Laffy Taffy looking, I don't tell me that they don't sell that same type of Laffy Taffy that comes with the purple type and the blue type. I think it's like something in blue raspberry. But all right, all right.
This is definitely a Laffy Taffy jersey. We've had a lot of highlighter jerseys. This is a Laffy Taffy jersey for sure.
All right, well, Laffy Taffy. Let's move along to our next segment now. Well, Joey, I really appreciate you coming on with us tonight. I know a little bit ago you posed a question to the league. Can you tell us a little bit about what you asked and what you learned along the way?
Yeah, man. Like you said, about a month or so ago, I put a questionnaire out for the league to league players to fill out, and it was very simple. Just, what does goals mean to you? And we got a great response from the league. We had almost 50 total entries. We had 26 of the 30 goals teams show up and respond to this, and it means a lot to me. So thank you to all of you guys that did fill it out and did take the time to fill it out. I appreciate each and every one of you. But Potty, if it's cool with you, let's read some of these entries from the players in our league. For instance, first up for me, Gurndeep Gilgisberg of the Norfolk Navigators. What does goals mean to Gurndeep? It is a fun league that doesn't require a ton of time or money to be successful. So, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Potty?
Well, as Wonder Breadman said on the Toronto Beast, what does goals mean to you? Great one hockey league sim. I think he nailed it with that that response there. And shout out Wonder Breadman, the now assistant head coach for Miami.
Congratulations, Wonder Breadman. And I think he took the question a little too literally, but I love the response. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. A10 Letterman of my Jacksonville Vipers obviously won the Corey Pauly Award this past season. Fantastic teammate, fantastic person. Want to give a shout out to him. Great to have him on my team. His response to what does goals mean to you? A place where I can have fun and fulfill my dream of playing hockey. There's a lot of people that can't play hockey for a plethora of reasons. So goals is here for you to be able to live out that dream, and helps Letterman live out his. Potty?
Yes, as Shvet said from the Turku Fens, to me it is a community of people who share interests and have fun with each other.
Sometimes we have fun with each other. There's a lot of bickering at times, but it's a lot of fun, man. Luigi, our good buddy Luigi Romano of the Montreal Magic, although now I believe he has been fully promoted and is a Honolulu Tropic. Luigi says it's an escape from real life. It's about friends I've made. I'm not athletic at all in real life, and I get to live out the dream of being a professional hockey player vicariously through my player. And I absolutely love the community and have made friends here. So it is a community. That's what we're about.
Yo, killer response, Luigi. That's how it's done. All right, Aaron Kozakov from the Sinners. It provides entertainment for me along with the social setting that I really enjoy. And the thing I respect, Aaron, he's the father of Aaron Beastman. So I think it's really cool how goals can, play a part in a family. It's the perfect dynamic. So shout out to Aaron, shout out to Beastman. And let's move on to who's the next one. Is it AJ?
It's going to be AJ Stryker of the Copenhagen Vikings. I know that AJ is a big part of, the SFL, which I know that you and I were both in. I have since left. But AJ's response, I will never be a hockey player in real life. So having this opportunity and experience gives me the feeling of being a player, minus the missing teeth, which I know about that in real life. My life is lifing right now, so I haven't been as involved as I would like to be. But I'm glad my team works with me and understands. They make sure to ping me to get my progression in, and to make sure, and to me that shows that they care. That kind of stuff means the world to me. So AJ, thank you for responding. You know, rival on Copenhagen, but love the response. Potty, what do you got?
And yo, shout out to AJ for, giving the most honest answer ever. That was super sick. Omni Supreme from the Miami Maccabees says sense of community and the closest thing to IRL team management. Shout out to Omni Supreme, previous co-host of the show. Really great opportunity to, work with him on the Maccabees. And, we play that NHL 24 online, pretty regularly. So it's always cool to hear his perspective on, actual real life hockey. Obviously not on the professional scale, but, he played in certain competitive circuits, but now is more in the recreational side, Mr. Raab can attest as to as well. So I think it's cool to catch your guys' perspective as people that actually live the hockey life, what it's like. So shout out to him. All right, let's see who's next.
I got our good buddy David Hume of the former Turku Finn and current Boston Buccaneer. If everybody knows Hume, I think you can all expect this response from him. What does goals mean to David Hume? Perpetual disappointment and the feeling of getting kicked in the nuts emotionally. The community is really cool, though. So shout out to the community. You make getting kicked in the nuts worth it.
Damn, that's pretty funny. Oh, Hume, also previous co-host of the show. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for your contribution and getting the show where it is. Alrighty, so now I've got a lengthy one from Frank Doom, but I know Frank puts time into his words. So I'm going to read this
The Doombringer.
Cut up. All right. It means quite a bit. The friendships you create just by being here ends up becoming like a family, always there for you, although not physically. But it creates a special bond. We all love hockey naturally. Otherwise, we wouldn't have joined up. Experience the dream of being a player and or coach, and also have the chance of being a GM or owner, much like franchise mode is like in the game. Imagine if you could use the storyline aspect of Live Your Life, NHL 14, incorporated with Be a Pro in the current version. There would be a Prospects Juniors League where you created players starts out 15 to 18 years old, works his way up, gets drafted, placed in the minor leagues before getting called up into the big club. More chances to grow your player this way, although that would require more behind the scenes work, stats, and team setups. This sounds like a vision for the future.
Ooh. Man, Frank went in on that response. Frank, I know he's been dealing with some stuff over the last couple of weeks. Want to give a shout out to Frank. Ever since he joined the league, the guy shows up in Twitch chat. He's active in Gen chat. So shout out to Frank Doom. If you're going to be in the pros next season, just stay away from me. Don't hit me. I'm going to get hurt. You're going to hurt me. I don't want that. I'm going to go ahead and read now. JT Waters, owner of the Calgary Knights. Obviously, they just came off of a Gretzky Cup final appearance, their first season in Calgary. So congrats to them. Coming up short, but for JT, GOHLS is a place he calls home, and I think a lot of us feel that way as well. So, shout out to JT Waters, my old owner for the SFL. Love you, dude. Potty, who's next for you?
Well, the next response was also the first interview I ever had on Rinkside, episode 1. So shout out to him himself, Krieg, in the building from the Alaska Arctic Wolves. Thank you so much, Krieg, for your support along this journey, getting all the way to 70 episodes. It wouldn't have happened without the spark of having Krieg on there. So thank you. Krieg says, GOHLS is my family, something that I never thought possible turned possible. with the help of some amazing people I've met along this journey. I couldn't ask for a better support system for goals. I can only hope for more great success as time keeps flowing forward. Wise words
Oh,
from our commissioner.
that's my commissioner. That is my kid. Damn it, Krieg. Yeah, well, none of this would be possible without Krieg. Not just Rinkside, but goals. You know, I mean, the man that this was the man's vision was what we have right now. So shout out to Krieg. None of this would be possible without him.
Yes.
And Escola and Doug and Chewy and everybody who does all of the shit backstage behind the scenes. But Krieg filled it out. For me, I'm gonna go with from the Stockholm Stags, Ryan McGollago. I really hope I said that right, or maybe I sounded like Squibs and just completely botched your name. But Ryan says, I love this league and the interactions daily. It's awesome to have so many people building such a product like this, and we're all participating together. It's so cohesive. Completely agree with you, Ryan. Thanks for your entry.
Thank you for your entry. And thank you, David Leathers, for always being there to hop in to co-host Rinkside when there were unexpected challenges that emerged. But David Leathers always held it down. It was always a pleasure to have David Leathers on the show. David Leathers, our #1 lifelong fan. I tell you, Joey,
The
like
goals goat.
Exactly. Yes, he is the GOAT. I'm telling you, he's the best there ever is. I had the privilege of meeting David out in Madison. I met his girlfriend. He met my wife, and we had some beers, and it was a really good time. And I really enjoyed it. I cherish those moments. And let me share what he has to say. David Leathers from the Copenhagen Vikings. It is a place to have fun with friends and enjoy hockey. No truer words have been stated. Chisel those into stones, baby.
Simplest
That's the mission
form.
statement.
The simplest response is that, but it's
Yeah.
the truest response. It
Yeah.
is a place to have fun with friends and enjoy hockey. You could be a hockey player, you could be coming from football or basketball or any other background, and this league is going to accept you for who you are and what you want to do. And I'm going to end this segment for my side. Zelda McCarthy of the Boston Buccaneers. This was another Hume level response that made me laugh. And I absolutely love this response because I'm sure a lot of other players feel this way. It's fun stuff casually taken in, and to watch my player grow and somehow get worse. And I feel like a lot of us feel that way about our players dropping down the slope as we begin to age out and reach for that retirement age in goals.
Absolutely. Well, I have two left. One from Fletcher Reed, one from Christian Baccialupe. And I'm just going to read the first couple sentences from each of them because I think
Yeah.
it gets right to the point. So from Fletcher Reed of the North Bay Mallards, it's a source of entertainment and fun. As an owner, it's a challenge trying to get the right pieces to fit in where needed. And that's like to me why I love it. I think that totally summarizes it. As an owner, it's about getting all of the right pieces into place. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's process, sometimes it's performance and like the way that you articulate one success onto another and repeat certain things, but change others. Christian Baccialupe from the Norfolk Navigators. It's my opportunity to live out hockey, which wasn't ever a real opportunity. It is the quell to my desire to compete. And it brings forth a new fury in my heart. I added the last line, but I know Christian would respect it. I appreciate Christian. Christian has been a part of a number of different things in the Potty portfolio, and it's always a pleasure to work with them. So I guess we're done with the survey. Joey, do you have any closing thoughts? You've been here on the show multiple times doing the Jersey Police. We've come to our 70th episode, the last episode, and obviously there's a lot of people to thank, including the, I'll save my bit for the last, but do you got any closing words?
Yeah, man. First off, I want to thank you for letting me be on Ringside as often as I have been. Every time I was on, I've had a lot of fun. I've had a blast, and I love the responses from the community and from all the players. Um, telling me, "Hey, good, good job on the segment. Loved this bit with you and Potty, or whatever it is." And that's something that, that's why I posed that question and asked the league. What does goals mean to you? Um, for me, goals means everything. And with that, I mean, last summer was one of the worst summers of my life, and a woman that I thought that I was going to be marrying in 4 months, from the breakup, she ended things, and for me, it kind of shattered my world. And even with me working through it and trying to be a better person every day, it still hurts. But I have had goals and other sim leagues, the SFL, Saddle, PXF, PFC. I kind of dove headfirst into sim leagues to occupy my time. And we're gonna get dark here, but the breakup pushed me to a dark part of my brain that I didn't want to go back to. And I can say that I have attempted suicide multiple times, but I'm still here. And I right now I still don't know why I'm still here. I don't know what the reasoning is. I don't know what my purpose is, but I can tell you that goals means so much to me that I truly, I would not be here if it weren't for goals. I would not be sitting down right now at this time talking to you about this league, and about the jerseys that, you know, don't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, but to me and to you and to everybody in this league, it means the world because it does give you somewhere to go. It does give you something to do. It gives you something to look forward to, through all of the hell and rough times that everybody has. And I'm not the only one dealing with these things, and I know that I'm not the only one dealing with these thoughts. Everybody has these days. Everybody has these weeks, months, years. Um, but you're not alone, and you have this community that has been grown, this family that has been grown in this league of goals. And I thank each and every one of you for being a part of it. I love interacting with you guys on the daily potty. Every time that we talk, whether it's on Ringside or RTO or just shooting the shit, you know you drove down and I got to meet you, last year, and I thought that that was the coolest thing, that this silly little virtual fantasy hockey league that I'm in. I get to meet real people from it that aren't just my friends, like Squibs or Fish Rob or Colin or my brother, or people that I know that are in this league. I get to meet people who are in this league, and that's what this league means to me, and it really means everything to me. So again, from the bottom of my heart, everybody watching, thank you. Potty, thank you for doing this. Thank you for having Ringside and having me on it as much as you did. I very much appreciate each and every one of you. And Potty, thank you for being the dude that you are. I want to hear what your closing thoughts are as we wrap up Ringside.
Damn. Joey, man, I appreciate you so much. It's I remember when we had the episode where we talked in depth about alcohol, and and I thought that was a turning point where we were able to really connect on a different level, and that's really the essence of community, is connection and sharing experiences like that. I will say, Joey, you're not here because of goals, you're here because of yourself. And we all go through challenges in our lives. And I'm not trying to underpin or, underline anything, but like, you're here because you have the desire to be here, and you know that you like enrich the world in a much better way than if you were gone. So I hope you can, hold on to that. And, I'm looking forward to many more seasons of goals ahead of you. Um,
Yeah, thank you, man.
Absolutely. So as far as Rinkside goes, this is the last episode. We're cutting it off It's been a wild ride. We got all the way up to 70 episodes, including the infamous 69th episode that our previous show, well, not our, like one of the previous shows I did, got all the way up to 68 and then got cut down. So we made it through 69. We're ending it at 70. I just wanted to shout out, obviously, to Joey, Mr. Officer Raab himself, for joining me here tonight. I had even talked about David Leathers. He hopped on in the past. Of course, we wouldn't be here without the original co-host Chewy, and then we had Supreme, and then we had Hume. All of them really took us into different directions. Shout out to Pinkman and Rousseau for bringing in some young talent, man. Like, really respect to those guys, and I hope they're doing well and whatever they're pursuing in their life. There's probably an infinite number of people that have hopped on in a guest capacity or as a repeat interview. There's more than I could name, and I tremendously appreciate anybody that shared their time to come onto here and to get us going. So without further ado, as we click down to 20 minutes left, and I'll send you out. This was Rinkside. I'm Potty. That's Joey. Raab, thank you so much.